Hey everyone, I know so many of you are probably winding down your summer and heading back to school, or you're continuing to go to work like I am, and you just want a look that is easy, pulled together, and very, very simple to, you don't have to put a lot of thought behind exactly every step that you're doing. And this look that I'm going to show you today uses not a lot of products, and it's not a lot of products throughout the entire face because I'm using this palette from Physicians Formula. It's the Shimmer Strips in Waikiki Strip. It's their Peachy Glow bronzer, but it functions in so many ways as a highlighter, as eyeshadows. It's a very monochromatic look, meaning that I've kind of used from lips to cheeks to eyes. It's all the same sort of goldeny peach color family. So if you want to see how I pulled this look together and created a super wearable look for almost any occasion, keep on watching. Step one is to prime your lid, and I'm going to use my MAC Rubenesque Paint Pot. That color just really is right in line with the look we're doing today with these peaches and bronze tones. So just get that all over your lid there, pretty goldeny base. And then I'm going to take my Physicians Formula, this is the Shimmer Strips in Waikiki Strip. This is the Peachy Glow bronzer. And so you've got like a peach tone up here at the top, and we go down to like sort of a warm brown. So basically I'm going to start out by taking the second strip, which is the most sort of goldeny of the bunch, and I'm going to use my e.l.f. eyeshadow brush, and I'm just going to pack that on all over my lid. So you can see how well this works with the Rubenesque Paint Pot underneath. It's really grabbing those gold tones and making them stand out. And I'm going to kind of work that in right here in the inner corner as well. We'll go over that some more with another product later. Next, I'm going to take my flat Sonia Kashuk eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to go down to the very bottom shade, which is the deepest bronzy brown in the group, and just get some on that brush. And this isn't going to be like a really deep contour. It's going to be like a super natural crease shade. I really like it because you're getting the effects of any kind of contour shadow, but just for the fact that it's so warm and really just meshes with the skin so well, it comes off in a really natural way. Keeping the eyes really just bright and kind of wide awake looking. So just pack on as much of that as you want. Keep in mind, the more you put on, your shade is getting a little deeper, but you also are adding more shimmer to it. So one or two kind of sweeps of this should be fine. Then I'm going to take my Sephora rounded crease brush. Just take any fluffier brush that you have and go to the shade right above that, just a little bit lighter. This is so easy. This palette is so easy to figure out what to do because, the shades are placed in a nice range for you, so you can easily see if you want to kind of fade up to a color, which is sort of what we're doing right now by taking that shade right above the deepest tone and kind of just going right above what we've done there, blending it all out, getting almost right on top of our brow bone there. You can see that we can create a really nice fade. I'm going to go up to the pretty gold shades, like kind of these two up here, sort of blend those together and use that as a highlight. You're just getting a flawless, flawless blend of color here. And then I'm going to take that peach shade, which is kind of on its own up there at the top in terms of peachy. The rest are kind of golden. And I'm going to use that right under the peak sort of my eyebrow. Okay, now you want to start thinking about liners, and I am going to do something a little bit special with a liner that I have. It's from Amuse, and it is in Metallic Gold. It's this really long, ultra fine eyeliner. I got it from Cherry Culture a while back, but it is a pretty golden shade, and I'm going to go right around my tear duct area with this and go about halfway in on the lower lash line. Okay. We're going to overlap that with some more of the shadow, but that's going to kind of lay the foundation there for that. And then what I want to do is grab some Smashbox cream liner. This is in like just a deep brown shade. I think this was a limited edition a while back. And I'm going to use my Smashbox number 21 brush with the nice little bend in it here that makes it really easy to apply there. So I'm going to apply this pretty much all the way in, just a really thin line of this brown all the way to, you know, across my upper lash line. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So I've gone from my outer to inner corner with that deep chocolatey brown, and I'm just going to connect that with the outer corner kind of on the lower lash line, and just, you know, kind of make both ends meet there, and then draw it in a little bit to where I did that gold liner. So I'm not making this very harsh at all. I'm just kind of drawing it into meat so you almost can't even tell kind of where one begins and the other ends. And it's really easy to do that with this brush. It's easy to give a little bit of a smudged effect on top of it. So anyway, once you've done that, you're pretty much done with this brown now. And I'm going to take my Almay eyeliner in black. And this is going to create a really kind of stark contrast with the whites of our eyes by just going over our waterline here. So just kind of draw all the way into your tear duct area to stay right on the waterline. So now we've added a little more drama to the look by kind of lining our waterline but keeping everything else a little bit more natural. And something I've just been loving to do lately is really highlighting this tear duct area, because I think just sort of that central part of the face, you know, we're kind of attracting attention there, and it just gives a more wide awake look. So I'm going to go back to that gold. That's the second strip in this set, and that's what we put all over our eyelid. And I'm just going to overlap. You'll recall I put that gold liner there, so it's really going to grab this gold shade. And it's just gorgeous, especially in natural light. I mean, I realize this is kind of like, you know, I'm setting up sort of a lighting situation so you can see as well as you can, you know, what I'm actually doing, but in daylight, this is just a really, really pretty look too. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is just curl our lashes. I'm going to apply 2 coats of the Girl Fantastic Lash mascara. I'm using Blackest Black. 2 coats on the top and probably like 1 coat on the bottom, and then I'll join you with the finished look and tell you what else I used on my face. Alright guys, here is my finished look. This is super, super easy to do, and it wasn't necessarily that this was the kind of look that was difficult to the point where you needed me to really walk you through every single step, but it was really important to me to point out to you guys how these palettes, from whether they're from Physicians Formula or I have done this sort of concept with some of the glimmer strips or glimmer stripes from Milani, these are a great multi-purpose product because these palettes generally serve 2 functions for your face in terms of bronzing and highlighting, but they also are a whole eyeshadow palette in itself, and a very easy one to use at that, because you've got the full range of color here. You can easily see how you would kind of fade and blend from one shade to the next. If you're a beginner and you're also trying to cut costs and sort of you know, find a product that can work in more ways than one for you, these sorts of palettes are great. I know on the high end, like Bobbi Brown makes a shimmer brick, and you know, these sorts of products you're seeing them more and more from various brands, but Physicians Formula is one, and you know, they have sort of some different tones that they have. They have blushes that are more in the pinks, and like I said, Milani's glimmer stripes are great. They have even more of a range within the palette, I found, like a white and a darker brown, and they're the same texture as like Milani eyeshadows, so those are great. So just keep an eye out for things like this and realize that they can make a great eye look. But also they're great all over the face. So I'm going to kind of explain what I've done on my face here. I used my Sterling Mineral Foundation. My shade is, I use the Velvet Formula in Hannah, and that's something I reviewed a while back on my blog, and they are superior quality. I mean, this coverage, I mean, I kind of look at my face and I feel like I've put a liquid on. I'm getting that good a coverage there. It reminds me a lot of the Intensive formula for Everyday Minerals. But anyway, what else I used was my bronzer. I just dusted on my Maybelline Mineral Power bronzer in Sun Kissed, and then I used my Maybelline Mineral Power blush in True Peach. So then after that, I kind of went in with this and did some highlighting and a little contouring. Keep in mind that when you use a shimmery shade as a contour, it's not going to be a drastic contour by any means. I usually prefer to use a matte shade as my contour, but this all over as a bronzer is great. So I kind of dusted all over my face once more to give that really glowing look, because we're heading into fall. We're starting to leave summer behind, but I think a great glowing face is always in style, I guess you'd say. So I used some of the bronzy shades kind of all over, and then I specifically used the lighter shades to highlight the cheekbones here, and just sort of a little bit above my eyebrows, you know, kind of coming full circle, just really lightly is the key. And then I of course used it on my eyes, and on my lips I'm just using a simple gloss from Revlon. It's the Super Lustrous Lip Gloss in Foiled. Okay, so there it's just it's golden, it's light, it's shimmery, and it just follows, you know, everything we're doing with this look. So super easy, very appropriate for work, back to school, whatever you're doing. I just really had fun with it, and I wanted to pass it along to you. So thanks for watching, and have a great day.